okay with somebody calling me out my name.
You know what though? I'm gonna speak on that though. I don't know if you know the Bible like that or read it, but you say you grew up in the church, so you should.
Mm-hmm.
I heard the saying, forget them for they know not what they do, right?
Yeah.
And they had Jesus on that cross. He on his deathbed. And in his heart, he still was like, forgive them because they know not what they do. Because outside of myself and how I feel and this pain and what they doing, I gotta really understand that they really don't know.
Yeah.
And that's an innocence that you don't want to accept, but it's true. You know what I'm saying? Like how I released my family was I had to put that in my head, but I had to understand it. Like I had to really understand that, like, they really do not know that they're doing that to you. They don't. That is their loop. That is their trauma. That is their comfortable. Some people are so comfortable with how they live because they watch mama do it, grandma do it, great grandma, and it's just a pattern of generation. So when you, the family, the black sheep, and you trying to do something different than what all the other women are doing, or you got more of a strength to you than what they got, it's kind of like a Joseph story. You know what I'm saying? Joseph dad gave him that coat of colors. Joseph like, I'm having dreams. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all gonna bow, the weeds gonna brow sunflowers, and they like, nigga, what? And that's what it is. And they did that to their brother. Their own brother sold them to slavery because they don't know that was wrong. All they know is they was hit. They hurt. But they don't know why that makes sense. They don't know why. They just know that I watch my mom not get talked to like this, and I watch my mom be on this level. So if she trying to do all this and she's trying to act like she's better than us, even though you could never say that. You can never act that way. I loan my family so much money, bro, and I'm sure they feel that same way about me. You know what I'm saying? And I've never out my mouth said, y'all need to get on y'all shit. Y'all need to do this. I've never had that type of talk, lingo, demeanor. My sister can cash at me and she's stripped. This girl make more money than me. I know she do. But she's not responsible. So if she hit me up and she like, yo, let me get $50 to the, I'm not gonna be like, what the fuck you doing with your money? You stripping it? Because I know you don't know no better. I know if you access, you blew it. You irresponsible. Ain't no point in me having this conversation because I had to teach myself. You don't fucking know no better. You just don't. Talking until I can teach you how to know that this is a problem. I can't come at you like you know better. You know what I'm saying? I can't even
I had to learn that you can't teach everybody, and everybody not ready to learn.
At all. You can't even take nothing personal. I read a book, The Four Agreements. It's by Don Miguel Ruiz.
I saw it on the floor in your video.
One of my favorite books.
That was
top two. And
what's the first one?
Don't take anything personal. Don't take anything personal. And that was like the main one for me. All the other ones, you know what I'm saying? Be immaculate with your word, always do your best. Like that came easy for me because I'm a people pleaser, because I always feel like I needed people. You know what I'm saying? So that was easy to do those steps, but without not taking anything personal, it's a whole nother ball game. You can win if you ain't taking shit personal. And that first one is the main pie. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could do all that other shit and be a failure because you taking shit personal. And that was me. I took everything personal. How a motherfucker look at me when I walk in the room, how you greet me, how your handshake is. I'm taking shit personal. I'm coming home and telling people you got smoke. You a hating asshole. You did it. And ain't nobody said nothing to me but gave me a look. But I'm because I'm just ready for a bully. I'm just ready for a motherfucker. And it was like the personal shit was fucking me up. Even with dudes, even with relatives, even with my mama trying to get forgiveness from her. Like, if I took anything personal that they said, we'd forever be at war.
Yeah.
And I had to understand, like, that was key. I used to put it on my mirror. Like, I write on his mirror, my mirror, every morning. I used to put that shit on my mirror in big letters. Do not take anything personal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then in the side on the sticky note, it was forgive them because they know not what they do. That was big for me. Because if I can really look at you and be like, you don't know, because I didn't know. And you really, where I was, I cannot hold this against you. I just can't. Even though I feel like y'all grown motherfuckers, y'all should, whatever. I know it's true when trauma can last to you 90, or, you know what I'm saying? It could pass to your kids. Like, trauma is deep. So if you don't really know,
ooh, that passing to the kids though.
mm-hmm.
People don't
I
even
feel like my mama
realize.
trauma passed to me.
And
Yeah.
see, that's the reason why I want to deal with all of this stuff before we start having kids. Because I refuse to
Right.
pass anything down to our children.
Right. Definitely. Because boy, that's I'm watching that in real time with my family. You know, my dad, severe drug addict, severe alcohol, very abusive, kleptomaniac, um, anger issues. My dad will fight the police. My dad done fought the police so many times where we from. It's sad. I'm surprised he didn't get shot. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just a raging because he got demons. He dealing with shit. And when I finally learned his story, I kind of learned to forget him. But he never told us his story. You know what I'm saying? In and out of our lives. And anytime you show up, it was just to abuse us. So it's like, you ain't never talking about you. You know what I'm saying? You taught us some stuff, music wise, me learning how to play instruments, the harmonica, like shit that was dope. You did teach me that, but it was rare. I can't even remember that shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It planted a seed and that was it. I remember long stints of abuse from him. And I'm thinking like, you know, as a kid, you think I could grow up and never be like that. Because I saw that shit. I never, and I meant that shit in my heart. But did you know focusing so much on not being a certain way still brings that energy into your fucking life? You spend so much
energy. I did not realize that.
I found that shit out in my late 20s. I probably was
25 did it for me.
Right. I seen an expo and they had it on YouTube. I just always watch a TED Talk every morning, and it led me to an expo. And this lady was on this podcast talking about it, and she was like, yo, a lot of y'all are messing up in your life because your vibrations are off from what you're saying. You're saying out your mouth, I'm not gonna be this way. I would never do that. So you so hurt that you focusing so much on not being, I'm not gonna be a dancer, I'm not gonna be an alcoholic, I'm not gonna be on crack, I'm not gonna be, the whole time, the focus of that is just bringing that shit into your world, fear, all that. And then you wondering why, even though I'm saying I'm praying, I used to say this too, mad at God. I used to pray to you all day, all the time, sing songs to you ever since I was a kid. And you motherfucking brought the same type of niggas like my daddy. You didn't blaming God. And it's like God probably sitting up there like, shorty, like it's you. It's not, I'm not doing together. This is your free will. With your free will, you decided to focus on what you're not gonna be. You didn't even focus on what you wanted to be. You spent so much time fighting what you running from that you ran right into it. It's a full circle. Running, all you kept doing was thinking about that while you running. You ran right back into it. And that shit blew me because I'm like, yo, I did spend a lot of energy focusing on not being like my daddy and my mama. And I ended up in the same shit they was in. And I just felt like I was cursed and all that. And then having accountability was like, yo, you focused on this shit so much. It's like focusing on a car accident. Like, you don't get hit by a car, you driving down the street, you hope the police don't pull me over, hope the police don't pull me over there. Sure enough, now you mad, you like, fuck, I gotta be a black person in America. And that shit is true.
I used to have these like thoughts, like if I step off of the curb, I'll be like, oh, what if a car come by and hit me? And then like a couple of weeks ago, I was like, why did I used to have these thoughts? Like just you getting hurt, like some random shit about you getting hurt.
Why am I worrying for free? Why are we worrying for free? All the shit you doing, you staying up at night for hours worrying for free? Like,
what if somebody kick in the door? What?
Yo, that was my thing too. I had a big phobia of getting kidnapped.
Oh my God.
I always thought somebody was gonna kidnap me every time I'm leaving the grocery store. I'm hurrying up to my car. Girl, don't I be in the bougiest neighborhoods and still be like tripping. And I'm like, yo, I'm spending so much energy on this. I'm gonna be mad as fuck if I get snatched because I'm doing this to myself. I'm causing all this paranoia, this energy, that shit just gonna come into me because I'm welcoming it. I'm thinking about it. I'm watching shows about it. Like, what should I do if this happened? Like, girl, if you don't go do something with your life and find some talents and
here planning Survivor.
Why? Why? Like, so I realized, like, yo, I spent years watching Snap. You feel me? I used to be obsessed with Snap. And all the time, I was a kid watching that. And all the time, I'd be like, I wish a nigga would. Why that nigga over in my car? And I'm planning toxicness. And that shit is manifesting in me. So, like, when I'm getting in relationships and I'm older and that shit ain't popping, I gotta cause it. I
know what to do.
Right. Manual 101.
Yeah.
Like, that was me. And I'm just like, yo, I wish you would. I would want somebody to get bucked so I can just be on Snap and make the news or be left out. And I'm like, what the fuck? I spend so much energy on bullshit because of trauma. It just make you feel like I always got to learn how to be a master at defending myself. So I focus so much on defense that I don't even focus much on just relaxing. That is not happening. That you past 18, you out your mama house, you got out of that, you got your own apartment, you doing this. I ain't even happy about the blessing I'm in because I'm still in the past trying to defend myself. And it's like, fuck, I let
learning to congratulate yourself and appreciate where you are.
Yo, you don't even know. I wish I had them tools early. I wish I had an OG who was just like, sis, I'm gonna help you. You know, when I was young, man, I could have been so powerful then. I wasted good years of my life on bullshit, bro. Bullshit. And that shit just, I don't say I regret anything because I wouldn't be who I am right now or have this knowledge if I didn't. You know, if it failed at that. I don't regret it, but I wish I'd live it again and just add a little more knowledge to what I know because I wasted time. I still be me, still have the same stories, but it's just, fuck, sis. Some depressions, you was just in that shit for no reason. Some relationships, you could have had a backbone. You could have motherfucking and went on. Like, you wasted time. And that shit fucks with me because now I'm older and it's like, you know, you deal with self-image, right? And am I still attractive?
Right.
All these little young Barbies walking around, the new body shapes and all that. And I'm a whole mama out here. You know what I'm saying? I'm a whole, it's getting old. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm 30. Damn, like, I could have been. So my young friends who young, I'm like, bro, you need to be in Cali, living it up, taking trips. You ain't got no kids. You live your life. Like, don't you fucking let this motherfucking man have you in the house for a year crying. Like, fuck no. I encourage you to, you know what I'm saying, get flued out, dude. Because I'm telling you, you look up one day and it's too late. It's too late for you to do anything because you don't let trauma keep your ass in this damn loop. And it's like, I can't do that no more. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna start living at 30 regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like, regardless. But I wish I knew that shit younger. I wish somebody was there younger. Like, so that's an important reason why I'm doing this project. Because it's like, it's still the generation you can catch right now. And try to fix this shit. You know what I'm saying? Try.
I don't think I would go back to like talk myself through or like use the wisdom, but I would pour into myself more. Like, tell me I'm beautiful and like, you're worthy and it's okay. You don't have to be perfect for anybody. Like, that's what I would do.
Yeah, I would do that. I would do that too. Definitely.
Because I think that for me would have helped me in those other ways because I wouldn't have needed the approval of my dad or any other man or my mom or my siblings or anything like that. Like, I already know that I'm okay because hell, I said it.
Right.
That's
and
it.
I know
yeah, that's it. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, definitely. I wish. I don't even remember it in my teens and that's sad. Thinking of what you just said, I don't even remember ever doing that myself. Ever sitting in the mirror and saying you beautiful.
Me either.
I
didn't even take pictures. I was standing in the closet and I got sad. Like, at first I got sad because I couldn't fit any of my clothes. And then I had to pep talk myself, like, you wanted to lose weight, you lost weight, be happy. But then I also realized, like, I wanted to take more pictures. And then I wanted to reminisce on old pictures. And I was like, I have no pictures.
Right.
None. Because I just thought that I was so ugly that I didn't want to take pictures.
I always felt like my thing was I didn't recognize, man, that's crazy. I didn't recognize that people had put me in the class because of my poverty of not being beautiful, just because I was poor. And I didn't even know I was beautiful just because I was in the middle of the hood and poor. And that made me feel like an ugly person. And that shit was so, it made me hate money, the whole system of money. Like, man, that shit prevented me from doing a lot to independent in the beginning.
Even still now, for me.
Right. I'm still dealing with that. And I think I had told myself, like, you know, like now it's still a struggle for me to do that. And that's it hurts because it's like, damn, Ivory, like you should have this by now. You done went through relationships. You know you can pull people. You know people tell you pretty. Why won't you take pics? Why won't you? It's like pulling teeth to get me to post or take pics. I really don't want to, but I know I have to. But I'm always for hours like, I'm gonna put this up, and I take the picture down. I'm like, I deal with the insecurity of it, and it's like, like I never looked back and told myself when I was younger, like, dang girl, you cute, or played and made jokes or did, because I just was broke. Like my shoes dirty, we don't have socks. I'm taking showers every 2-3 days. I ain't worried about no fucking pretty right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it was like once I got older and got out of that system, my best friend mom kind of adopted me, took me in. And that was kind of where I started noticing, like, I'm a little more like prettier, I guess. But it was so many years of just around people just choosing all the rich girls and the girls who parents adorn them with the nice fabrics and all that. And I knew they was ugly. I'm like, these bitches ain't prettier than me, but y'all like. And that I dealt with that. I was so confused on what my pretty was because I watched these mean ass, bully ass bulldog bitches bully everybody in school and be the most popular, pick on all of that shit. Made me hate cheerleaders. Bit like I had an envy type thing with me. And when I got older, it's like I watch people try to put me in the same class as them because they don't know me. They just meet me, and I just started wearing dresses and heels a year ago.
Girl, I
was Dej Loaf to the T. You feel me? You don't know if I'm gay or straight. Like that's where I'm at with it.
Right.
I realized, like, come on now, you dating, you want to get married, you're gonna have to start this up. You know what I'm saying? So,
like, and I didn't realize that I was in my masculine energy until I started like really studying chakras and realizing that my root chakra was blocked. My sacral chakra was blocked.
I don't even know. I wanted to do Reiki.
I scheduled not yet.
Well, I tried it in Germany, and it's different than, I guess, I wanted a black woman to do it for me, or someone black. You know what I'm saying? It's different. I did it in Germany, and it was just some shit with military doctors trying to play around and learn it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I didn't get the full effect. I did that in acupuncture a lot. The acupuncture really did give me like I felt energy releasing through my body, and I kept the acupuncture pins in my ear because it helps with stress and stuff, and they fall out on their own after like 2 weeks. That shit helped a lot. I wasn't getting headaches. I was more like open in my head. That shit helped. But I wanted to do Reiki. It's a lady here who does Reiki, and I scheduled it with her, and then the dude died, and I kind of just was like, fuck that shit. Never hit her back up. But I seen so many people telling me like, yo, this shit is dope. Like, she really cleansed my aura, all this shit. I'm like, yo, I gotta try this because I feel like I need that. I need to see what's going on with me, and you just can't let anybody play with you. You know what I'm saying? I have people back home who just say they spiritual and just be doing bullshit to make money. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I got some shit on me. I really want somebody to work with me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm trying to get in more into that, like the Reiki, more of the like spiritual, like healing, holistic healing. Like that's my thing, definitely. Herbs, all that. Like I want to get more into self-healing versus chemical, pharmaceutical, all that bullshit.
I think it's been about 3 years since we had any medicine, like any at all. Strictly herbs and food.
Oh wow. That's goals as fuck, for real. 3
Look,
years.
it's not, and then on top of like, sometimes like, you know, when you hit a little hard spot, sometimes you got to eat a little meat. So our thing is like, we try not to eat as much meat, but like if you get, meat is cheaper to get than vegetables sometimes, and vegetables for
I'm like, bro, trying to be healthy, boy. I'm about to get a chicken
and
nugget.
then you can't get all this tofu. Girl, it's just so
that
hard.
shit like 4 days.
And then like on top of that, like my degree's in biology, so I'm already skeptical about a whole bunch of shit anyway. So for me to already know that like the FDA allows a certain amount, a certain percentage of certain things, or like the USDA allows certain things, it's like I'm already skeptical about eating food in general.
Right.
So
Anything
it's like,
shot up hormones, I'll be like looking, reading the labels. I gotta
yeah, but
the
it's
most
like
naturalist tasting
sometimes,
stuff. I have
yeah,
to eat naturalist tasting stuff.
sometimes it's hard though, because like when you in a financial situation where you can only get what you used to,
Right.
it's like you can't really, you know what your body needs, but it's out of the price range because everything is so expensive.
Man, look, I'm dealing with that. I eat fish. I'm a fish person.
Mm.
I won't eat